Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetnews.com, and today we are going to do the quick detailed hands-on of the Lenovo Vibe Z2 Pro. So we have the Lenovo Vibe Z2 Pro with us. As you can see, this is a metallic phone and it is a combination of polycarbonate and metal which are being fused together very nicely. The back side is again metal. It has a metal finish and this is actual metal which is being used. On the edges as well we can see metal. On this side over here we can see some plastic over there, which is again good quality plastic which has been used. The front display is there on this device, as you can see, and the display is a very high resolution display. This is a 2K resolution display, looks very nice, and it does give you pretty good viewing angles as well. It is an LTPS plus display panel and gives you very nice viewing angles as far as display is concerned. Talking about the overall form factor and the build quality, this build quality is one of the premium build quality you can actually have on this phone. So this device comes for a price of 33,000 rupees, and again on this particular price point you can actually get a very good hardware and a software combination. So we have a 16 megapixel camera over there which has optical image stabilization as well, and we have dual LED flash also on this device, and the overall look and feel at the back side looks very good. As you can see, optical image stabilization has been mentioned over there, and this is not the final unit, but it is going to be the same look and feel which is going to be on the retail one. So in terms of the look and feel, it will be the same. And again we have some sticker over there because this is a testing unit. Over here we have the power and sleep key, which is a metallic button, gives you slight amount of feedback but not too great amount of feedback. Over here we have the SIM card tray. The SIM card tray will come out just like the K900. This will also have a bigger SIM card tray till this thing, and it will accept 2 SIM cards. The first SIM card will support 4G, 2G and 3G, whereas the second SIM card will support 2G only. And again 4G supported on this device is going to be FDD LTE. And when we take a look over the top, we have the 3.5mm audio jack over there, and we do have a secondary microphone on this device for noise cancellation as well. As far as front is concerned, we have a 5 megapixel fixed focus camera. The rear camera is an autofocus camera, can record high definition video. The front camera is a fixed focus camera. So we will talk about the resolution of these two cameras. We will show you in the camera options itself at what resolution you can actually record videos from both of these cameras, either the front or the back. And again, the UI which is running on top of Android is again the Vibe UI, but you do have the option of changing this UI to the Google Android look. So you can have a Google Android look on this device. You can revert back to the Google UI, in which the UI will become stock Android completely and the device will need a restart. So this is something which I have seen for the first time on any other smartphone. So this feature is definitely very helpful, and with this feature you can actually revert back to the normal Google UI in case the Vibe UI is something which gives you any kind of lag or problem. Again, it has a very good hardware which is running this device quite smoothly as far as software is concerned. I do not notice any kind of lag. Again, this is running on Snapdragon 801 chipset, quad-core 2.5 GHz, carry at 400 cores. And we have Adreno 330 as the GPU. We do have accelerometer sensor, light sensor, gyro sensor, proximity sensor, and compass sensor is also there on this device. As far as storage is concerned, it has 32 GB of inbuilt storage. Let me just give you an overview of the phone. First of all, I can say that this phone, being a 6-inch display phone, it is still easy to hold in one hand, and it has rounded edges which does give you a very good grip, and it also gives you a very nice premium look and feel as far as build quality goes. So, and again, this phone is not very heavy. As far as the exact weight of the device is concerned, I can tell you the exact weight of the device, which is 179 gram. So it is 179 gram in terms of the weight, which is slightly heavy, but for a 6-inch phone it is not that high. Talking about the thickness, it is around 7.7 millimeter thin, which is good. Again, they have achieved this kind of thickness with the premium build quality and the material which they have actually used. This is how the notification center look like. As you can see, you have the toggle for the Wi-Fi, data connection, sleep, and you also have a secure zone on this device. So once you enable the secure zone, you can actually enter the secure zone. You just need to activate the secure zone once, and once you have activated it, you will go to the zone. In this zone, basically whatever data you have on application, whatever things you do, that will be hidden and that will not be displayed in the normal zone. So this is a secure zone in which you can actually use this phone, and in this zone you can also set a password to enter this zone, which I'm not going to do right now, but you can actually configure the application which are supposed to run in this zone, and you can disable other applications which should not run, and whatever app data you will have in this particular zone, that will not be shared with the personal zone which we have seen, or the normal view zone. So let me just revert back to the normal zone. So this is how you actually can revert back to the normal zone, and now we are in the normal zone. As you can see, this is how the UI look like. You can always get now we are in the open zone. So this is the open zone, and once you tap on this, you can actually revert to the normal zone. So with this, toggle simply which is there on the screen. You can go back from the open zone to the secure zone. Secure zone is again all about privacy. You can have data, but it will not be shared. As far as two zones are concerned, these two zones will be like that you have contacts, messages, and you can say contact messages and phone logs. That will be shared. Anything else will not be shared in between these two zones. Whatever data you do have on the open zone can be viewed from the secure zone, but whatever data, application data, whatever you do, either you do browsing, that will not be visible from the open zone in which we are right now. Talking about the RAM, we have 3 GB of RAM on this device, 32 GB of inbuilt storage, and the latest hardware specification as we already told you. And taking a look over the connectivity, we can see that we have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. We have the loudspeaker over there. We have two screws which are holding this part. So as far as ports and connectivity is concerned, we do have this micro USB port for data syncing and charging. We have the primary microphone over there. We have the loudspeaker on this device as well. On the top, we have the 3.5mm audio jack, and the look and feel of this part as well. Although this part is actually plastic, the look and feel of this part has been made to look like metal. So it is again a premium look you will get on the bottom as well as on the top of the phone. We have the power and sleep key over there. This is the SIM card tray slot, the SIM card tray basically inside the device, and we have the volume rocker, which is a metallic button. And again, this is how the device looks like. As you can see, it is good to hold in one hand, slightly heavy, but again not too heavy considering this is a 6-inch phone. Talking about other things, we can see that we have the UI running on top of Android, which is the Vibe UI, and this is how the notification center look like. Let me just go into settings and show you what all we have as far as version, software version is concerned. So we have the software version over here, and we have 3 GB of RAM on this device, 32 GB of inbuilt memory, and the Android version which is running on top of Android, or the Android version which is there on this device is 4.4.2, which is again good, but it is not the latest. We do have touch capacitive buttons which do have backlit LED as well, so it will be easy to see these buttons, especially in dark room, which is good. Let me just go back. And once we go back, I can show you some other options as well. So we do have support for GPS navigation on this device as well. And again, the UI is very responsive. I do not see any lag on the UI, at least as of now. There is no problem. When it comes to storage, I can show you the storage information as well. So on the storage front, this device has 32 GB of inbuilt storage. And again, we have approximately 14.58 GB available to the user. We do have more storage area, which is the OS occupied area and the application area. So when it comes to the storage, this device has 32 GB of inbuilt storage, as you can see, and approximately 14.58 GB is available to the user. And we have some OS occupied storage, which is 6.29 GB, and we have some application. So you can add this storage as well to this one, and the total storage which you will get on this device is going to be 14.58 plus 3.88, which comes out to be approximately 18 GB storage, or 19 GB to be very precise, or maybe if it is slightly more. So 18 to 19 GB is something which you will get on this device as far as 32 GB storage is concerned. So the OS is actually taking a good amount of storage area. We do have support, I think we do not have support for SD card slot, and we do not have any support for SD card as well on this device, so you cannot expand the storage on this one. But OTG is supported. That means you can connect an OTG flash drive, or with using an OTG cable you can connect a normal flash drive to this device, and you can browse the contents of the flash drive. When it comes to display settings, I can show you the display settings, that we do have support for automatic brightness on this device. And when we have other options over there, you can also control the display color balance. You can actually set it to default mode, comfort mode, super brightness mode. Again, this display is very vibrant in terms of color reproduction. So in case if it is hurting your eyes, in case it is too bright or the colors are too oversaturated, you can always control this with the help of the display settings which we just showed you, the color balance. You do have a dual SIM manager as well on this device. Let me just show you the application scenario. So this device has 3 GB of RAM, which is fairly high. And this 3 GB of RAM device is available for a price of 33,000 rupees, and the hardware it has is very nice, very good. So for this price, this is definitely a very good device. Talking about the RAM, we have around 3 GB of RAM on this device, and approximately 1.1 GB of RAM is free. That means you can actually install more applications and games, and everything will run smoothly on this device with this much amount of RAM. And this is something which we can guess as of now, but we will do the full review to show you more how does the overall performance actually look like in day-to-day usage for this device. We do have support for tethering as well, so you can share the 3G internet by creating a Wi-Fi hotspot on this device. You have support for VPN. NFC is also supported on this device, which is a good thing. As far as Wi-Fi Direct is concerned, Wi-Fi Direct is also there, so you can actually pair with other devices, especially in case you would like to create a peer-to-peer Wi-Fi Direct on this particular device with the other devices. And when we talk about the language input, again, swipe to type should be supported. Let me just take a look over this phone dialer now. So this is how the phone dialer look like. On the phone dialer, you have the simple option of dialing a number. Again, this is a custom phone dialer which you have on this device. And when it comes to the option of making a video call, I think that is not there. So okay, let me just type the number, and you do not have the option of making a video call on this device, as you can see. So which might be useful for some people out there, but most of the people these days do VoIP calls. So this is how the messaging application look like. Messaging application interface is again pretty good and pretty simple to be used. Here we have the input number, here we have to type the message, and in case I would like to do swipe to type is supported on this device, which is definitely a very good thing. So you have swipe to type supported, and the keyboard keys are pretty big in size, and they give you a pop-up whenever you're typing on this device, whenever you are typing on this device. So typing on this device should not be an issue. It is a 6-inch display phone, so even with people who have thick fingers, they can easily type on this device in the portrait mode only. You can always type in the landscape mode as well, in case you would like to do that. Again, auto rotation is disabled right now, that is why it was not rotating the keyboard. Let me just take a look over the camera performance, and I will just take a photo of my LG G2 to show you the overall performance of the camera. So we have the LG G2 over there, and let me just take this photo as of now from this device. Again, this device has a lot of different kind of modes, and it also gives you the color information, the light information, how much light is coming to the camera lens. It gives you the ISO, the other things which you may actually care, especially while taking photos. You can take HDR photos as well. You have a smart flash mode as well. So in case it senses that there is less amount of light, then it will turn on the flash, otherwise it will not. You do have the option to toggle to the front camera. I can show you the view from the front camera. Again, the front camera is a 5 megapixel camera, fixed focus, and you can do a high definition video chat from the front camera, which is good. And you also have this mode. I don't know what is this for, but we will confirm that later. You do have these other options over there. You can take a selfie with the timer, you can take a selfie with a tap, you can take a selfie by saying voice commands, by saying cheese or snap. You can take a selfie with the blink of the eye, and you can also take a selfie by doing a V. So all these options are there, and front camera quality is definitely good. And when it comes to the resolution at which you can record high definition video from the front camera is 1080p is supported. You do have the support for 720p as well, and then you have aspect ratio, which you can also control. 16:9 aspect ratio is supported from the front camera as well, which is definitely a very good thing. Let me just show you the view from the rear camera, and I can just show you first of all the setting for the rear camera. For the rear camera, the aspect ratio can go up to 16:9. Again, 16:9 aspect ratio is something which is supported on this device, because this device has a sensor of that much of aspect ratio. So that is how it can give you 16:9 aspect ratio photos much better. And whenever you view these photos on a PC, you won't see the black bars on the right or on the left, which is good. You have a snap-on mode over there. You have HDR mode over here as well. So HDR mode is supported, and you also have the option of controlling the focus. So either you have a pro mode in which you are using the camera, or you can have a focus mode, a smart mode as well, in which it will do the autofocus. You can also control the auto exposure and auto focus. So auto exposure and auto focus points can be actually made different. You can actually manually control them, where it should do the focus and where it should do the normal focus, where it should actually control have the exposure, and where it should have the focus. So all these things you can actually control in the pro mode. We do have the high definition video quality, which is supported from the rear camera, and you can also record high definition video both at 720p as well as at 1080p. So this is how the camera interface look like. It has a lot of options. We will give you a detailed overview later on, but as of now I can show you the camera quality. I can just take a photo as of now of this device. So it has taken the photo, and I can show you the photo now. So the photo has came out to be pretty good. Again, we have taken this photo in the kind of artificial light as of now, and the photo has come out to be pretty good in terms of the clarity. So as you can see, the clarity is very good, and the color production is also very nice. Let me just disable the power, and let me just take this photo again, and this is going to be the final test for this device. And let's see how does the photo look like in this scenario. And I will disable the flash so that I can see the performance of this device. Again, this is a black object, so I don't expect much as far as camera performance is concerned, but let's see how's the overall camera quality in this particular scenario as well. Again, it takes some time to focus because the object is already black, so it won't be able to take the photo in a very clear way. Let me just take the photo anyways. So I have taken the photo, and now I can show you the photo. So this is the one which has been taken with low light. It was almost invisible, but I can see the object in this particular photo, which is very nice. So low light performance of this device as far as rear camera is concerned is very good. One thing which I have noticed for this device is that this device becomes slightly hot over here, especially at this point, even after using it for like around half an hour. So in gaming it might heat up slightly more, and we will check that, we will test that once we do the full review of this device. Taking a look at other options, what all the application which you will get pre-installed. You have the Google application, you have a folder over there in which we have some games. We have FIFA, 2015 as well, and again you can run high definition games on this device without any issues. Here are some other applications. You also get a file manager pre-installed. You will get FM radio as well on this device. Here we have tools where we have FM radio, we have voice recorder, we have clock and other things as well. You do have Evernote and Clonate as well. Shared application is also coming pre-installed on this device, which is part of the Lenovo UI when it comes to the Lenovo phone, so you will get that as well. So all these things actually make this phone pretty good in terms of the overall performance, in terms of what you get from this device, especially with this kind of price point. And you do have the option of reverting the UI to the normal Google UI. So in case you don't like this UI, in case you don't like this UI and the features it is giving to you, if it is giving you some kind of lag, you can always revert back to the Google UI, and this is something which you can do on this one, which is definitely a good thing. And you do have the option of changing the theme, so you have different number of themes which you can download from Lenovo store. You have different kind of alert sounds as well. You can change the boot animation as well. All these things you can actually do, and which is normally supported on a rooted device. So when it comes to notification center, you have the option to display the battery indicator, or in the percentage mode or in the graphical mode. Right now it is percentage mode which we have set, and then you can take a screenshot as well. You can do a lot more things on this device. You have one key lock application over there. You have a power manager as well on this device, so you can actually use the power manager to have more power on this device, especially when the battery is running out of critical power. You have 53% left as of now, which will give you around 13 hours and 48 minutes of backup. I can have a power saving mode on, and in this way I can just do a power customization over there. I can basically freeze application in case I don't want them to use battery, in case I recognize some application which are using battery much more. You do have a power saving mode. In extreme power saving mode is also supported. In that case, the functionality of the device will be fairly limited, but all in all I can say that this is a pretty nice device to be used. You do have Sync It as well, with which you can actually do a lot of syncing of contacts backup. You can actually backup contacts from this device. You can restore contacts from other phone to this one, so you can import contacts as well using the Sync It application. All these options are supported, and then you have wireless display also supported on this device. You can actually watch a video on this device pretty fine, pretty easily. I can show you some of the gallery items so that you can see, you can get an idea about the overall video playback which you will have on this device. I think there should be some videos. So there are some high definition videos on this device locally stored, and I can show you these videos to show you the display clarity and the sound. So again, I can just decrease the sound as of now. So first of all, the display clarity is very good. I can see the display from almost any angle without any issues. It does give you very good viewing angles, much better viewing angles. Again, the display also have a kind of protection. That means it will not get the scratches very easily. It will get the fingerprints very easily, but scratches will not be there, and it is also resistant to this to shock as well. So in case I drop this device, I have actually accidentally dropped this device before doing this review, and nothing happened to the device as far as display is concerned or the physical body is concerned. There was no problem. And as far as loudness is concerned, I can show you that the loudness is pretty loud on this one. So this is a pretty loud device in terms of the loudspeaker. The loudspeaker over here is very loud, and it will not get blocked if you place it like this on a table. So if you place it like this on a table, you're watching a video, you can see the video, and the loudspeaker is definitely not very less in terms of the loud. It is very loud in terms of the loudness and the sound which comes out, and the quality of sound is also very good. So I can see that the quality of sound is definitely very good on this device. So in all, I can say that this is a pretty good device to be used for this price point. You can actually use it. You have a very good hardware, a very good display, especially in case you are looking for the optimum display size. You have that on this one. And one thing which I have liked on this device is that the bezel is very thin. Considering a 6-inch device which we have seen previously, T2 Ultra is a very popular device as far as a 6-inch display device is concerned, but that device again has very thick bezels, and it is a plastic build quality phone. So again, it is not that great in terms of build quality as compared to this one, but this one has a very amazing build quality, I would say. Very strong phone it is, and it does not break, it does not bend. Yes, it does not bend. So I have done this previously as well, and if I apply too much pressure on this one like this, the display does not come out. So even when the display actually comes out, it will flex a bit, and it will go back to the normal position, and this is how this will work. So that's all from us. In case you have any questions for this device, we would love to help you. You can leave your questions in the comment section below. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.